Really, I've never been on such a happy show. It was wonderful. Not that we didn't have our family spats and our, problems with this and problems with this, but what a loving bunch of wonderful actors.
It's really, honestly, a pleasure to see your smiling face and be able to chat with you today.
Thank you.
I'm very excited. Mayor of Kingstown is a show that you're on that's coming to Blu-ray.
Right.
So for anyone who hasn't been able to watch it on Paramount Plus will have a chance to pick up a copy and check it out. And I strongly encourage them to. Your character, Miriam McLusky, the matriarch of the McLuskys, mother to Jeremy Renner's character Mike, and Taylor Handley's character Kyle. I have a specific question about that dynamic. I feel like, and I want to avoid spoilers, but I feel like over the course of the show, there's a dynamic there of you and Mike are kind of angel and devil on Kyle's shoulder. There's almost this push and pull. And I was curious if that's something that you noticed, or if that was intentional, or.
Well, it's never been put so well, but it's true. We are. I think that Miriam has a rage towards both her sons, really. And the rage comes from losing her husband and her oldest son. But she really doesn't, she just wants them to get out of the cops and robbers prison system thing. And of course, that's the only game in town. So it's a pretty slim chance that she does. And I think Taylor, who hasn't gone all the way into Jeremy's sort of gray area and is a true policeman, Miriam has a better chance with him of just getting him to another police station somewhere in Florida, whereas Jeremy seems like a lost case to her.
Yeah. And you say gray, and it's such an intense gray that character lives in, the toe in the line, the back and forth, and it's deeply compelling. But Miriam is more than just a mom, I think we should say. And I am curious if there are any other specific aspects of the character that drew you into the role that maybe you read on the script and you were like, wow, I really like this element of Miriam.
Well, the reason I wanted to do this so much was I myself, just not as an actor, have been a little involved in the injustices of our almighty prison system. And I'm sure we have the biggest prison system in the entire globe, on the entire globe, bigger than Russia, bigger than China. And we seem to solve our problems of race and poverty and immigration by just throwing everybody in jail. And when I realized that the script was about, really, it's sort of like gangs. There's the Crips, and then there's the police. There's the corrections officers, and then there's the prisoners themselves, who are formed into gangs mostly according to race: the whites, the African Americans, and the Hispanics. So it's like a gang, medley. It just doesn't stop. It just goes on and on and on.
Yeah, it does feel that way. That prison industrial complex
it's really incredible. Yeah. And I we're just finishing the second season, and I shouldn't talk about that.
I get it. We don't want to spoil anything. But no. I know that everyone's going to be very excited. And I guess maybe to kind of piggyback on that sort of a little bit, many incredible filmmakers have had the privilege to work with you. And I am curious what it's been like working alongside Taylor Sheridan, because he just seems to have this sort of like quiet intensity about him, and everything that he touches is gold. So
yes, well, his writing is just irresistible, I think. No matter what he writes, it seems compelling, and you just want to turn the page. Or I did. I haven't worked with him all season, just on the first episode, because he's busy with his other shows, Yellowstone and what's it, 1893?
1883.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The other Paramount Plus exclusive.
Yes. And he is, just as you describe him, though, he's very quiet and very intense. He's a very smart man, and he certainly knows his way around his writing.
Well, yeah, I mean, just all of those shows that you mentioned right there, incredibly visceral, we'll say, maybe series, and
yes,
is no exception. It is as well. I want to ask you if it's okay, a little bit off topic, I guess, and if you can't talk about it, that's all right. But I wanted to ask if you can say anything about your project coming up with Julia Garner, the Apartment 7A. Is that the title?
Oh, I already finished that.
Did you finish that? So that is done filming? Yes,
it's wonderful, and she's just brilliant. I mean, she's just amazing. I adore her. And we were in London for 2 months filming that, and it was really wonderful. It was really wonderful. And I fingers crossed that it's a really good movie.
Yeah, I think, I read a little bit about it, and I thought that was so like exciting, because I know that's all again, keep on, it's a Paramount Players project, so
it is Paramount.
And listen, I would be remiss if I did not mention that Life in Pieces is probably one of my absolute favorite sitcoms.
Is it really?
I'm telling you, Dianne, I am not lying to you when I say that it is a regular rewatch in my house. My wife,
so incredible.
Our children, like, we love that show, and it's been off, for a few years now, and I'd love to know kind of what your reflection on the show is now, a few years away from it, and if you'd ever want to do a sitcom again.
Oh, the sitcoms are bliss. I mean, with that cast, I miss the people so much. I'm still in touch with many of them.
Good.
We were a gang. Yeah. And really, I've never been on such a happy show. It was wonderful. Not that we didn't have our family spats and our, problems with this and problems with this, but what a loving bunch of wonderful actors. It was bliss.
Well, it comes across on screen. I think of you as my family.
Oh, good. That's so sweet to hear.
Dianne, thank you very much for taking the time to chat today about Mayor of Kingstown. Season 1 coming to Blu-ray very soon, and season 2 coming to Paramount Plus at some point.
It's true. We're just finishing it up now.
Awesome. Thank you, Dianne. I appreciate your time today.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.